Man, I'm about to preach again.
Well, I mean, Haiti is the way it is too today, like materialistically, because not just France, but the United States, as we talked about in previous episodes, is responsible for keeping it in a state of economic and like
That's right.
economic dependence. Because a lot of French and later on a lot of Americans owned private property in Haiti. Moneyed people. So,
And that's one thing too that when you teach about the Haitian Revolution, you also have to teach about how France, 20 years after Haiti got their independence, 20 plus years, I'm not sure the exact, but 20 plus years after Haiti got its independence, France basically came with gunboats to the Haitian shore and said, look, we're going to blast you to smithereens or you're going to pay us reparations. And guess what? Even if you go back to when Haiti got its independence in 1804, the president of the United States at the time, Thomas Jefferson, he didn't support them. He didn't recognize Haiti. That son of a hypocritical, I can't even say it, I'm so angry, that hypocritical son of a B word.
A slave owner not supporting a slave revolution?
Well, hold on. You say slave owner. I'm going to go a little deeper.
Okay.
One of my professors, Hassan Kwame Jeffries, Dr. Jeffries, he basically said Thomas Jefferson was the R. Kelly of his time.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, when you read about the history of what he did with his slave, what was her name? It was
Sally Hemings?
Sally Hemings, yeah.
Yeah, she was a teenager at the time.
Yeah. And he fathered a kid through her.
And I don't care, like, if anybody says, well, what if it doesn't matter, she's a slave.
And a kid.
Yeah, but I'm saying she's a slave. It's not like even if she says, yeah, sure, master, let's have sex. It's a moot point. She's a slave. Even if she could give consent, it's not like she's a slave. You could do whatever you want with her. She's your property. So it's never equal. Never.
Right.
I don't care if she gave consent.
There's no real consent in that exchange, like whatsoever. When someone literally owns you and your life, your yeses and nos don't really have any weight to them.
Your body, it's not your body. It's your master's body.
Right, especially in the eyes of the fucking state too. And by the way, I also want to add, Jefferson fathered 6 children with Sally Hemings. So I was just, because while you were, talking, I was actually doing a little bit of reading here. Let me see here. Multiple lines of evidence, including modern DNA analysis, indicate that Hemings and Jefferson had a sexual relationship for years, and historians now broadly agree that he was the father of her 6 children. Hemings was a half-sister of Jefferson's late wife, Martha Jefferson.
What? Pause. Back up the U-Haul truck. What?
Yeah, let me read that again. Sally Hemings, was half-sister to Thomas Jefferson's late wife.
Half-sister? What's that mean, half-sister? Like by another parent?
Yeah. So this was his late wife's half-sister that he had enslaved.
Wow. Well, also, I'm like, wait, so Jefferson's late wife was also, like, black or?
No.
A free black? What?
No. So Martha Jefferson, I mean, you look at her portraits, she looks like a white woman.
Yeah.
So let me see here.
Yo, I'm mad confused.
So Martha was born as the only surviving child to Martha Epps Wales and John Wales. So those are her parents, Martha Wales and John Wales. So Sally Hemings was born to Elizabeth Betty Hemings, woman born in slavery. Sally's father was their slave owner, John Wales. So they had the same father, different mothers.
Oh, so he raped his slave. Oh my God. Are you serious?
Dead serious.
Oh my God, I didn't put that together. I should have put that together. Oh my gosh.
So that's how they are related.
Oh, that's disturbing, man.
Yeah.
Whoa. Trigger warning.
It's not
Sorry.
only your
Oh my gosh.
she's not just a slave. This was her Jefferson's late wife's half sister.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Sorry. That just left me like I'm floored. I did
Yeah.
not know that, man. The more I learn about Thomas Jefferson, the more sordid it becomes, man. I used to think he was the best president ever until I started learning more about him.
Oh
And now I
yeah.
don't want to say a good thing about anybody anymore.
Fucking R. Kelly. Dude was literally fucking R. Kelly. Short of like historical records of him like pissing on minors or whatever. Wouldn't surprise me if he did do that either. But yeah, that's the relationship.
I used to love Jefferson too for his intellectual uh mastermind. But
He's a
there
sick.
has to be a point where you gotta say, dude, you're a fucking POS, man.
Yeah.
Gotta be that point.
Fuck this founding father bullshit. I don't care.
Oh
I don't
gosh.
care if he signed the Declaration of Independence with his dick. It's like, fuck this guy. Fuck Thomas Jefferson. Like, people will say, oh, well, human beings are messy and things were different back then. Fuck you. It was bad then and it's bad now.
There's right and wrong. I don't care what era we're born into. There's right and there's wrong. I don't care if you were born in, prehistory. You kill a child, you're wrong. Like killing an innocent person, you're wrong.
Yeah.
You enslave people, you're wrong.
So we learned a little bit more about Thomas Jefferson today.
Oh,
I mean,
gosh.
we already kind of knew about most of that. I mean, we all
I
knew
didn't
about
know
this.
about the half sister.
I didn't know about. Well, I think I actually did. Come to think about it, I think I already did know, but I didn't know how they were related. And it's like, yeah, that's his late wife's half sister.
So I guess I'm gonna go back to the question again. Why does not Age of Empires 3 have slavery as a technology you can research?
Well, we want our game to be marketable. It's like,
If you're gonna have the USA in there, show the fucking warts and wrinkles, man.
not only that, include a whole section about it and include some penalties to adopting slavery, like slave
Gosh,
rebellions.
yeah, man.
Like,
Yeah, like your economy will not be as good as if you had an industrial economy.
on the one hand, though, I also feel like it would be demeaning to the severity or how bad slavery was if you include it as if you reduce it to a mechanic in a fucking video game.
No, I jest. I'm just saying, but
Right, I know you're just joking, but still, I mean,